Hey, my name is Sandeep Tekchandani. I'm the founder of Sandeep.mba and welcome to my GMAT video lesson. In this video lesson, we will study statistics. We'll start with the mean, then we will study median, mode, range, standard deviation, and eventually frequency distribution. So let's start with the mean. A list of numbers or numerical data can be described by various statistical measures. One of the most common of these measures is the average or the arithmetic mean, which locates a type of center for the data. The average of n numbers is defined as the sum of the n numbers divided by n. For example, consider these numbers 6, 4, 7, 10, and 4. If I want to find the average of these numbers, then I'll first add them up. That is 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 7 is 17, 17 plus 10 is 27, and 27 plus 4 is 31. And we have 5 numbers. Therefore, 31 will be divided by 5 and the mean will be equals to 6.2. In this slide, we will study the median. The median is another type of center for a list of numbers. To calculate the median of n numbers, you must first order the numbers from the least to the greatest. If n is odd, then the median is the middle number. But if n is even, then the median is the average of the two middle numbers. Let me explain this with the help of examples. Say I have these five numbers 4, 4, 6, 7, and 10. These numbers are already arranged in the ascending order, that is, from the least number to the greatest number. 4 is the least number, and 10 is the greatest number, and 6 is the middle number. Therefore, 6 will be the median. Another example, say I have these six numbers 4, 6, 6, 8, 9, and 12, and I want to find their median. In this case, the median will be the average of the two middle numbers. That is 6 plus 8 is 14 and 14 divided by 2 is equals to 7. Please note that the mean of these numbers is 7.5. Let me show you how. 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 plus 6 is 16. 16 plus 8 is 24. 24 plus 9 is 33. And 33 plus 12 is 45. 45 divided by 6, because we have 6 numbers, is 7.5. The median of a set of a data can be less than, equal to, or greater than the mean. For a large set of data, for example, the salaries of 800 employees, it is often true that about half of the data is less than the median and about half of the data is greater than the median. But this is not always the case, as the following data show. Consider these 15 numbers 3, 5, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9, 10, and 10. We have 15 values in this data set, and the middle value is the eighth number. So the eighth number is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth. Therefore, the median of this data set is 7. And also please observe that we have 15 values and only 2 out of 15 values is less than the median 7. These two values are 3 and 5. In this slide, we will learn about the mode. The mode of a list of numbers is the number that occurs the most frequently in the list. For example, the mode of 1, 3, 6, 4, 3, and 5 is 3. This is because the number 3 has appeared twice in this list and it is the number that occurs the most frequently in the list. Please note that a list of numbers may have more than one mode. For example, consider this list of numbers: 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 5, 7, 10, 10, 10, and 20. The number 3 has a frequency of 3 because it has appeared thrice in this list. The number 10 also has a frequency of 3 because it has appeared thrice in this list. Therefore, this list has two modes, that are 3 and 10. In this slide, we will study range. The degree to which numerical data are spread out or dispersed can be measured in many ways. The simplest measure of dispersion is the range, which is defined as the greatest value minus the least value. For example, consider these numbers: 11, 10, 5, 13, and 21. The least number is 5 and the greatest number is 21. Therefore, range is equals to 21 minus 5 is equals to 16. Note how the range depends on only two values in the data. In this slide, we will study standard deviation. One of the most common measures of dispersion is the standard deviation. Generally speaking, the more the data are spread away from the mean, the greater the standard deviation. The standard deviation of n numbers can be calculated as follows. In the first step, you must find the arithmetic mean. Then find the differences between the mean and each of the n numbers. Thirdly, square each of the differences. Then find the average of the squared differences. And eventually, you must take the non-negative square root of this average. The standard deviation depends on every data value, although it depends most on values that are farthest from the mean. This is why a distribution with data grouped closely around the mean will have a smaller standard deviation than will data spread far from the mean. In this slide, we will study about frequency distribution. There are many ways to display numerical data that show how the data are distributed. One simple way is with a frequency distribution, which is useful for data that have values occurring with varying frequencies. For example, the 20 numbers -4, 0, 0, -3, -2, -1, -1, 0, -1, -4, -1, -5, 0, -2, 0, -5, -2, 0, 0, and -1 are displayed on the next part in the frequency distribution by listing each different value as x and the frequency as f with which the x occurs. Let's look at the table in the next slide. The data value is x and the frequency is denoted by f. The data value -5 has appeared twice in the list, therefore its frequency is 2. Similarly, the data value -4 has also occurred twice in the list, therefore its frequency is 2. The same logic applies to all the other data values. Once I have the frequency distribution table ready, I can calculate the following values. Mean. I can find out the mean in the following way. -5 times 2 plus -4 times 2 plus -3 times 1 plus -2 times 3 plus -1 times 5 plus 0 times 7 divided by 20 is equals to 1.6. I can even find the median in this case, which is equals to -1. It is going to be the average of the 10th and the 11th numbers. I can even find the mode, which is 0, the number that occurs the most frequently. Please observe that the number 0 has a frequency of 7, which is the maximum frequency, and therefore the mode will be 0. The range is going to be 0 minus -5 is equals to 5. So let's summarize. What did we learn in this video lesson on statistics? We learned about mean, median, mode, range, standard deviation, and eventually frequency distribution. I hope my video lesson was clear and it will help you to crack each and every statistics question that will appear in your exam. That is all, my friends. If you found my video lesson helpful, then you should go to sandeep.mba for more information on the GMAT, how to prepare for the GMAT and applying to business schools. You should also click on that like button and let me know in the comments which topics you would like me to cover in my future video lessons. And of course, if you have not yet subscribed, then go ahead and click on that bell so that you'll get notified about my future video lessons. All the best.